Welcome students, welcome to English grammar class. Man is a social animal, and as a social animal we need communication. This communication, it is done by reading, by writing, by sending mails, by sending messages and all. And for all these things we need sentences. So today I am going to explain these sentences in English grammar. So, first of all, what is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words. Okay, group of words, but how? Is it a sentence? I will say a group of words. Mango, Reena, Bangalore, Madras. It is a group of words. 4 words are there. Can you say it a sentence? Can you call it a sentence? No. A sentence is a group of words. The most important is that gives us complete meaning. A sentence is a group of words that gives complete meaning. In a sentence, there is one subject, there is one verb. These two are the most necessary things to form a sentence. Along with these, we can have an object in the sentence. So, a sentence is divided into 2 parts, a subject and predicate. Let us see about the subject and predicate in the sentence. Let us learn about it. See this sentence, my father went to Chennai. If you ask who, a question who to this sentence, you will get answer my father. My father is the subject of the sentence and went to Chennai is the predicate. Ritu purchased a new dress. Who purchased a new dress? Ritu. Ritu is the subject. Purchased a new dress. The teacher told her students to write neatly. Who told? The teacher told. The teacher is the subject and the remaining part of this sentence, told her students to write neatly, is the predicate. In short, we can say that this subject is just like the head of the family and the predicate is just like the remaining members of the family. In patriarchy, common patriarchy like our country, my father, actually he is the father in the family and remaining part of the sentence is just like mother and her children. So this is all about subject and predicate. Now, let us see kinds of sentence. According to the arrangement of subject, verb and object, there are 4 kinds of sentences. They are declarative sentence or statement or assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence and exclamatory sentence. These are the 4 types of sentences. Now, let us see one by one about these sentences. First one, declarative sentence. Or assertive, which is also called a statement. Definition of this is it declares a fact or it makes it statement. Declarative sentence, it asserts a fact or it makes a statement. Whenever we are telling about something, we declare it. The sun rises in the east. I am teaching you English grammar. Birds are flying in the sky. These are the facts which I am telling you. These facts, they are called statements or declarative sentence or assertive sentence. Now, how to know whether the given sentence is declarative sentence or statement? It is in the form subject plus verb plus object if it is Then, if the subject appears at the beginning of the sentence, then generally it is statement. And if its place is changed, then it may be of another kind. So here I shall give you some examples of statements. You see, the sun rises in the east. The cow eats grass. The lion chases the deer. See the pattern. You can understand the pattern. Subject, the sun is the subject, rises is the verb in the east. The cow is the subject, verb, object. The lion, subject, chases, verb, the deer, object. So, this is the general form of declarative sentence or assertive sentence or a statement. This is all about statement. The second kind of sentence is interrogative sentence. The name only suggests what it is. To interrogate means to ask a question. So, an interrogative sentence, it asks a question. Interrogative sentence asks a question. So, most important point is it should end with question mark. Punctuation is very important in English. While you are writing an interrogative sentence, it should always end with a question mark. Now, interrogative sentence, they are of two types. First one, they are called yes-no questions. They always start with auxiliary verbs. What are auxiliary verbs? Do, does, did, has, have, can, etc. These are called auxiliary verbs. And if you are asked a question starting with this verb, do you know the answer of this question? Yes, I know it. No, I don't know it. So you can answer it in two ways. And the second type is questions starting with WH words or question words. Which, why, when, how, where, etc. Examples for yes-no questions. Do you know the answer? And the important thing which I told you about this is ending with a question mark. Then Did Radha come to your house? These are examples for yes no questions. You can write many other examples like this. Can you speak Tamil? Was she there yesterday? Like this. And second type I told you, it is WH questions. Where do you live? Who is your class teacher? Now by seeing these questions you can understand how you are answering them. First two questions you can answer yes or no. And last two questions you can tell place or person. Where is, it is the question word for place, and who is for the person. So you have understood what I am telling you. Now formula or general form for this interrogative question is first verb accuracy, then subject, then object. So verb appears first, then subject. If it is having one auxiliary verb, then auxiliary verb appears first, then subject, and then main verb. This is the pattern of interrogative sentence. So you can write such examples in your fair book. The third one is imperative sentence. In imperative sentence, the subject is hidden. We cannot see the subject. We have to assume it. Imperative sentence gives us request, command, order, suggestion, etc. So you can find one of these four things in an imperative sentence. Examples for imperative sentences. Please give me your pen. When the word please comes, it will be request. Write neatly. The teacher tells us in the class to write neatly. It is a suggestion given by your teacher. Quick march. The captain gave this order to his soldiers. So it is an order, it can be said as command. So this is all about imperative sentence. I hope you have understood it. Now the fourth kind of sentence is exclamatory sentence. Whenever you are very happy, Whenever you are excited, how you speak? Hurrah, we have won the match. Our school has won the match. This strong and sudden feeling, it is expressed by the exclamatory sentence. And for this also one important thing is it always ends with mark of exclamation. Punctuation is very important while you are dealing with any language. It may be any language, but punctuation, commas, then full stops, mark of exclamation, they all are very important. Let us see some examples of exclamatory sentence. What a beautiful picture. How brave he was. Alas, the tiger is dead. See, these three sentences, they express strong feelings. What a beautiful picture. The picture is so beautiful. In statement, you can say that the picture is very, very beautiful. How brave he was. We are getting surprised how brave he was. While he was in war, how brave he was. He was very, very brave. And alas, the tiger is dead. Here, I am expressing my pain, my sorrow about the tiger's death. It is so sad that the tiger is dead. So students, these are the 4 kinds of sentences. I hope that you have followed them. You practice to write some 10 examples of each kind of sentence. Okay, thank you.